we now have the pleasure of having someone who has given Freetown a new, a renewal, a new face. And she's done that by bringing all nations under to appreciate what Freetown means. And she appreciates this effort too that we're doing on the historical side. And so we have with us no other than the mayor of Freetown, Her Worship, Yvonne Aki-Sawyerr.
Thank you so much, Adrian, and thank you to all of the organizers, participants. I've been listening in, and it's been a truly inspiring and interesting deliberation. I've learned so much, from the seminars and the stories from the various speakers. It's been fascinating. As we celebrate we recognize the anniversary of the arrival of the Black poor in Freetown, a part of this one journey. And let me just step back for a second and say that one of the things that I've been really, really fascinated by has been the extent to which different paths, different stories have connected, converged, diverged over the course of generations. And I want to say again that this exercise, Adrian, Ishmael, everybody else involved in pulling this together, I want to say again how important it is, this work that you're doing, how important it is that you're making sure the story gets joined up and that we all have a richer understanding and appreciation of our background. So 15th of May, 1787. Tomorrow will be the 15th of May, and the anniversary will be, I will be marking the anniversary. And as many of you on this call would know, in March this year, we actually celebrated 230 years of Freetown. And through those discussions, the symposiums, the conversations on social media, one question that came up many, many times was, why are you celebrating Freetown at 2:30 on the 11th of March, recognizing 1792? What about 1787? And I guess this is how, this is how we get an appreciation of the different layers and levels, and the fact that history really is, as my sister Barbara was saying just this morning, it's really how you tell collections of stories. For us, the commemoration, the celebration, the remembrance of the 15th of May, 1787 is a very important part of the story of Sierra Leone and the story of Freetown. But what we chose to do in recognizing 1792 and linking it with Freetown at 2:30 was to appreciate the evolution and recognize that on the 15th of May, 1787, what we saw was the arrival of the Black poor, about which so much has been said already, into a settlement which was Granville Town. We know historically that what happened, we understand that the arrangements made for the land purchase were not perhaps, as you would say, procedurally followed. And some schools of thought are that the lands were, or some historical accounts, is that the land was just taken. And it wasn't long, just 2 years later, when the chief from whom that land was taken, King Jimmy, attacked the community, attacked the settlement, and destroyed it, and left just about 60 of the settlers alive, starting from about 260. So they found themselves in a place where that settlement was a part of a journey. But in 1792, with the arrival of over 1,000 Black loyalists from Nova Scotia, there was an opportunity for what had begun with the concept, the hope of self-governance in 1787, for that to be reinforced and for there to be effectively a new beginning with the name Freetown. And we were so pleased, as Adrian has said in his introduction, to have the opportunity to celebrate as you are celebrating, to acknowledge those who were there before, not just the Black poor whose numbers were very small by that stage, but obviously also the communities which had lived on the land before the arrival of the settlers. So in our celebrations in March, we amplified unity in diversity by in practical ways, bringing all the tribes, all the 17 tribes of the country, because everyone is in Freetown, as well as the settlers. And we had opportunities to discuss, we had opportunities to parade in our cultural, to demonstrate and display our cultural diversity, from our clothes to our music to our dancing, and to really do what I hope is an outcome of even this One Journey Symposium. That is to reinforce that our stories may differ along the lines and over the years, but we have fundamental elements which link us together and join us together. And it's important that we celebrate those. It's important that we appreciate that with unity in our diversity, we can do more for the next generation of us all, no matter where we are on the globe. Those of us of African descent who have found ourselves in America, in the West Indies, in the Caribbean, on the African continent, as a people, listening again, just stories of discrimination. The very, very moving story just now from the last speaker about seeing the land documents effectively changed in order to ensure that that person, that woman of African descent, was deprived of her own rights, her own assets. This has been a theme, a story for centuries now. And it's so important that in conversations and in fora like these, we're able to say, it's been one journey, and it's important that we join hands together, celebrate our diversity, but be unified in ensuring that the next steps in this journey are steps which elevate and support and enable us as a people to grow. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Mayor. Thank you very much.